Hi, this is Glenda. This is another one of those videos to remind myself of what I've done, so it's not a surprise when I see a technique later that I don't remember seeing. So I was watching a video at Scrapbook Central where they were using embossing powders to get sort of an enamel effect, so I've been trying it. And you put a layer of gold embossing powder and then a white embossing powder. So I've tried it this time with the gold, and this one I used copper, and this one I used black. So the idea is to get 2 or 3 layers of the embossing powder in the colour underneath, and then you put some white on top. The white they had in their video was a much coarser white than what I've got. The coarsest white I had was this seafoam white, which I must admit I'd never use because I find it's too coarse. So I thought I'll try one more experiment, and I may as well film it as I go. And as I say, then I've got a record for myself of what I've done. So I've got my clear embossing ink, which for those who don't know can be Versamark or anything. So I'm just going to get that wet. And this black embossing powder has been nothing but a disaster from the beginning. It's all sort of cloggy, so I've got silica gel in to try and fix it up. It's the super fine detail from Ranger in black, and I hate it. It's the worst embossing powder I have ever had. I don't know if I got a bad batch, but it's a shocker. So I'm quite happy to use it up on this kind of project, because it's certainly no use for anything where you want a nice detailed black, which is what I bought it for. Now that hasn't taken very well, probably because I talked too much, or else I've got it on the wrong side, but it doesn't matter because we're going to do several layers. Just trying to not contaminate my embossing pad too much, but I'm sure I will because I'll be impatient. That's a bit of coating this time. While it's still warm, I'll just pop it back in. I think that's probably thick enough. Just try and cool it off a bit. Put some more embossing ink on it. So for these others, what I did was just dump out the embossing powder as normal and give it a full coating. And I thought this time I might just try sprinkling it on and see if I get a better effect. Because this is so much finer than what you're supposed to use, I just thought it might give me the more mottled look that I'm looking for. too bad. I might just put a bit more white in a couple of spots, but I think that's more the look I was going for. Relatively clean bit of paper. This one we've just done, and that's where I've poured on a full coating. So I think the sprinkling it on is definitely more the enamel-y look, but I quite like that. I mean, the alternative to that method is to do a multiple layers of, you can put ink on it and you can get a bit of an effect like that, but I think that works quite well. So I don't know if that's any use, and I will put a link to the Scrap Central, I think that's what it's called, Scrapbook Central. I'll put a link to their video, and if you want to buy the proper powders you can. If you want to play with what you've got at home, there's an idea. Thank you.